Alright, so I also wanted to give you a few notes to get ready for your test for Friday. We're still going to be going over all 4 sections in review tomorrow, so we will have time to work on that together, but I wanted to just give you some notes so you could be looking at ahead of time. Make sure you know how to change degrees into minutes and seconds, which you're going to end up writing it like this. You don't need the plus between those. Remember, all we're doing is taking this number, multiplying it by 60. That gives us the number of minutes, 31.2. We get rid of that 0.2, multiply that by 60, and that gives us the number of seconds, 12 seconds. So that'll give us 12 degrees, 31 minutes, and 12 seconds, which you can then write all together without the pluses. Alright, so make sure you remember that. Maybe practice a few of those. Also be able to write a problem like this into the decimal version. So if we have degrees, minutes, and seconds, be able to change that back into degrees. So we want to divide by 60 and then divide by 60 again. So the book will tell you to divide your seconds by 3,600, which you can totally do that. And then divide your minutes by 60. You can do that as well. What I do is I just divide the seconds by 60, and that tells me how many minutes, and then I just divide that number by 60 again, so that way you are ending up dividing by 3,600. But instead of that, I divide by 60 twice. You get the same answer. You're going to get 24.259, and that's all you need to know for 5-1. Actually, you do need to know clockwise is negative, counterclockwise is positive. Number of rotations you multiply by 360. So if it's clockwise, it'll be negative. Counterclockwise will be positive. Your reference angle rule, here's a nice box for you. Memorize that rule. I'll go over that more tomorrow. Here's your Pythagorean theorem. Make sure you know that. And here are your trig ratios. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is side adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. And don't worry about all 6. We're still just going to use 3 trigonometric ratios on the test. Tangent, sine, and cosine. Your unit circle, make sure you know the unit circle. And for the unit circle, sine is the y value divided by the radius. Remember, our radius is always 1, so sine is just y. Cosine is x, and tangent is y over x. So have those 3 memorized. So I would just take this and forget about the r part, because that is always 1 when it comes to the unit circle. So when you're dividing by 1, you get what you had originally. So y sine is, or sine of theta is y, cosine of theta is x, tangent of theta is y over x. And so make sure you know how to do that. And placing it into standard position. I'll show you that again tomorrow. And applying your trigonometric functions like we did in the homework problems we just tried. Here's another problem on the Apithum. You guys can look at this on your own time, but your class is probably over or about to be over, so I'll give you the rest of the time to pack up. Have a great rest of your day.